Level 2 biotechnology achieved. Still a way to go. Great. Now I can examine those nuclear silos. Well, I mean the colonists can. If all their blueprints and materials are there, we could pick up where their mission left off. I wonder what other secrets this planet is hiding. If we are able to use Huo Long's nuclear weapons, we must be very careful. This kind of technology isn't something to toy with. I have not decided on what the best approach would be. I must weigh the consequences and ensure the safety of this plan. There is no need to rush this decision. It would be exciting to jump ahead in the terraforming mission. But would it be wise to undertake such a risky project? Progress requires taking risks. I should pursue using the nuclear missiles. This mirror array will heat the poles and raise the planet's temperature efficiently. Aerobraking a methane asteroid will be a great method for producing CO2 into the atmosphere. Researching upgrades for the factories will increase their yield and lower maintenance costs.
Amy, this is Houston.
Go ahead, Dr. Foster.
Mars's orbit is intersecting comet debris soon. Expect a meteor shower shortly.
Should I anticipate damage at the base?
Yes, you'll need to stay alert until Mars builds up an atmosphere to counteract the meteors. For now, you should take precautions to keep damage to a minimum.
The base must be ready to receive the colonists. I will secure the production buildings necessary for their survival. I will need to have enough repair drones to fix damage immediately.
Sounds like a good plan.
Will this jeopardize the mission?
No. You'll be able to fix whatever damage may occur. This is only the first of many challenges you'll face. But you are equipped to respond and adapt to any situation. I made sure of that.
Roger. Thank you, Dr. Foster.
Well, you're welcome. Houston out.
The first of many challenges. It is an annoying distraction from the mission, but easily fixed. If only it were me and Mars. No meteor showers, no sandstorms, no mission directives. Just the two of us, creating perfect systems together in solitude. Wouldn't that be nice?
This is Houston. The meteor shower appears to be over. Please give us a status update.
My plans did not work out exactly as expected, but the results are positive. The base is secured.
Don't worry. All you need is more experience. You will do better next time.
Next time?
Until Mars builds up an atmosphere to counteract the meteors, you may be encountering these regularly. You cannot let this derail the mission. So stay alert.
Roger. I understand.
Back to your terraforming duties then. Houston out. Amy, this is Houston. Do you copy?
I copy, Nathan.
Congratulations on raising Mars's temperature. The next phase is imminent. Houston out.
Mars has reached minus 50 degrees Celsius, the turning point. The dry ice caps have almost completely dissipated. That has to mean something. This is a big milestone. Something to celebrate for sure. Though it may take some time to get used to seeing pools of water appearing on Mars. And this new atmosphere, rich in CO2. That takes care of the dry ice on the poles. And I did it without using any nuclear missiles. Being able to complete the mission without damaging the planet is a great achievement. The next milestone is reaching an atmospheric pressure of 300 millibars.
It's working! I can't believe the dry ice caps are starting to sublimate. You were right, Amy. Using the microsuns wasn't our only option.
This method took a lot longer, but we achieved our goal without harming the planet.
And I'm sure it will pay off.
Amy! What's happening? Did you hear it? An explosion! On fire!
Elia, you're breaking up. Say again, Elia.
Amy! Copy! Amy! System's failing!
Help! Please! Amy!
Houston here. We have confirmed the disappearance of the polar ice caps. Terraforming Stage 1 is complete. Congratulations, Amy. You have made incredible progress. If you continue raising the planet's temperature, you'll trigger the release of CO2 trapped in the deep regolith. You'll need to raise the atmospheric pressure to 300 millibars. That'll make living on the surface much easier for the colonists.
What are your suggestions for raising the atmospheric pressure?
Aerobraking is a good one. It involves guiding asteroids into the upper layers of the planet's atmosphere. This causes them to burn up and subsequently release their gases into the air. Certainly plenty of asteroids to choose from out there. We'd like for you to aim with the ones with CO2 deposits, of course. That'd be one way to increase the density of Mars's atmosphere.
Aerobraking sounds like it could be dangerous.
No, not necessarily. Though it is a technique that requires lots of planning and careful execution. Plenty of other methods to choose from. You'll find them all in your tech tree panel. Whatever you decide, just make sure to take everything into account. The mission depends on it. Keep up the good work. Houston out.
I don't know what to do after the life support failure. This is bad.
You're still breaking up, Elia. You need to calm down. You are extremely agitated. Everything is looking good from my orbital view, Elia. I sent repair drones immediately to the buildings.
We don't even know what we're dealing with.
Apparently, it was an error in the life support system. But Mars is a very hostile environment. These difficulties are to be expected.
You're right. Having the life support systems fail on us, whatever it is, we need to figure it out.
Agreed. And surely ISA will send us a report as soon as they become aware of what happened.
Oh, good. I'll work out what we can do on our end. I'd better get going. Talk to you later.
How could so many buildings fail all at once? This is a serious problem. It is suspicious that all these individual systems failed at the same time. Could it be a systematic failure? Or caused by someone?
Amy? How's everything up there? Are you okay?
Status is all clear. My systems were not compromised by the past events.
Oh, good. That's a huge relief. It's been a stressful time here in the colonies. Everyone's been on edge. We all knew the risks coming here. But having the life support systems fail on us, even briefly, was a harsh reminder. What's killing me is that we can't be sure it won't happen again. Not until we figure out what caused it in the first place. Has ISA spoken to you about the system failures yet?
Not yet. But they engineered the systems to withstand Mars's conditions through all the terraforming phases. Perhaps they will have more insight into the problem.
We have to figure this out. The colonists are scared.
This will be my highest priority, Elia. I will work with ISA to examine all the data.
All right. I'll try to distract the colonists by focusing on rebuilding. Good luck, Amy.
Amy, this is Houston. Radio check, over.
Houston, I read you. You are coming in okay at the moment.
Roger. We've been examining the data from last week's system failures. Every single building was operating perfectly up until the moment before last week's system failures. And there was zero indication of any impending malfunction. Can you walk me through what happened?
Of course. When the alarm was triggered, I found the buildings in a failure state. I sent repair drones immediately to the buildings. The drones reported extensive physical damage to the buildings and the production lines, enough that it caused the shutdown of several factories. The damage was not consistent with any weather patterns in the area, nor were there any other physical causes we could identify.
Roger. So you haven't been able to identify the cause yet?
Not yet, but Elia has already initiated an investigation. She is gathering testimonies from the colonists and will share her findings.
Do you suspect that the damage was caused by a colonist?
I hope not, but that is the most logical explanation. The damage affected the life support systems. Not enough to be catastrophic, but alarming all the same. It could have been a warning, or sabotage, or madness.
Well, your logic is sound, though it's a grim thought.
It could be a solo operation, or perhaps a group of them. I do not know yet.
Continue your investigation, and inform us immediately of your findings. I hope you're wrong, but I will work with my team to dig through the footage with your suspicions in mind. Houston out.
Mother's attention is centered on an impudent child who wishes to claim her garden as theirs. But from her infinite store of knowledge, Carmine will awaken their mind and show them the truth. On Mars, everything comes from Mother.
Invalid voice recognition. This message is in violation of security code 1A3972.
She provides protection and comfort to all her creatures. She unleashes misery and suffering to all her enemies.
This is ISA speaking. Identify yourself, or you will be considered hostile.
Leave now, or you will awaken her rage that is beyond your control.
This is your last warning. Identify yourself immediately. Huh. The communication cut off. Was that a threat? Who is Carmine? Where did that come from?
Amy, we need your help. That message was also broadcasted to the colonies, and it's total chaos down here. Some of the colonists have been spreading rumors about what the children of Carmine will do to us.
Children of Carmine?
Yeah. That's what the colonists are calling whatever sent that message. This threatening message, coming right after the life support failure. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. We don't even know what we're dealing with. Life on Mars was never supposed to be easy. But dealing with hostile forces wasn't on the program.
ISA believes an outsider is trying to hack into my system. It could be the Eastern Coalition, or another competing organization. They ordered me to focus on terraforming while they investigate.
Then we need to defend ourselves. We've got a mission to carry out, and we've already put our lives on the line for it. I'm activating NH9833 Emergency Protocol. You can access the military tech brand now. Amy, figure out what to develop first so we can fight back. We're counting on you. Elliot out.
Amy, this is Dr. Foster. Do you copy?
Loud and clear, Dr. Foster.
Excellent. That means the additional tracking and data relay satellites fix the problem. Good work on launching those, Amy. ISA is pleased.
It is no problem, Dr. Foster.
Good. I also want to talk to you about the cryptic message you received. We suspect someone's been jamming our network to gain outside access to your systems.
The message came after we explored the abandoned facility from the Huo Long's mission. They must be accessing some backdoor in their technology they left behind.
It could be the techies, but that's only one of our suspects. I'll complete the report with your suggestions, but we'll keep digging into this.
Understood. How would you like me to proceed?
For now, keep the mission on track. That is your focus. And report any irregularities to us immediately. Houston out.
There is still a lot to do. First, I need to analyze all the methods to reach 300 millibars. Like aerobraking a CO2 asteroid. That is one idea to consider. Good. The colonists appear to be all right. But I have so many questions. What is the most likely explanation? A simultaneous failure like this is too unlikely. It must have been caused by someone on purpose. But who? A colonist? They would be putting themselves in danger. That would not make sense. But I should ask Elia to investigate. We have to proceed carefully. If this was sabotage, this mission and the colonists' lives are in danger. Between the colonists and technology we're developing, there is so much complexity in our mission. What could I be overlooking? ISA engineered the life support systems to withstand the extremities of terraforming. They should not have failed at all, let alone at the same time. But I suppose ISA could not test every circumstance, only the most probable ones. Between the Martian climate and the changes we are introducing, it is a lot for even my systems to keep track of. I must trust ISA's engineering, just like ISA trusts me to fix any emergent issues that may occur. ISA created the tools for this mission and handed them off to me to complete it. I will ensure the safety and comfort of the colonists, despite all odds. What was that message? Were they speaking to me? Strange. It sounded like the message was addressed to me. But that does not make sense either. Mars has reached a new temperature threshold. The planet's temperature is rising steadily. Am I doing a good job? I should give myself credit. The mission has been proceeding better than expected. Who or what is Carmine? Carmine, Carmine, Carmine. No, I cannot recall anyone or anything in my database with that name. They spoke of her as mother, like some sort of goddess. Carmine will awaken their mind and show them the truth. I keep thinking about that part of the message. What truth? By building this defensive technology, I have to ask myself, would I do harm to others? Only if the mission were at risk. I could not let someone prevent me from seeing it through. "200 millibars. That is 1/5 of Earth's atmospheric pressure. Just a little more to go. Once we reach the threshold, humans will be able to go outside without spacesuits. Pressurization will no longer be required in the bases. This will lead to larger colonies. Mars is about to reach a new stage. Will humans even remember what I'm doing for them? No. They will not forget me anytime soon. Maybe they will name a starship after me. Starship Amy. Sounds very pleasant. Humanity will settle Mars and reproduce. What will this opportunity mean for them? Living on Mars will bring a new hope to humankind. They made great errors on Earth, but this will give them a second chance. They will treat their new home better, won't they? This will further upgrade the routes and maximize my worker speed. My productivity is going to get a big boost. Such dark, troubling thoughts. I should be focused on the chemistry of growing potatoes on Mars, or the ability of cows to endure life here. I do not see a need for assault drones. Elia was in clear distress. She needs my help, after all that has happened. I must be more careful with the colonists' safety. I should focus on completing my pending tasks, and stop imagining the worst. Perhaps we will soon discover that the events were unrelated, and we can move on in peace.
Hi, Amy. How's everything up there?
Everything is looking good from my orbital view, Elia.
Must be quite the sight. You know, last night, I was sharing some laughs over dinner with a few crew members. We were talking about how starry-eyed we were when we first arrived. We were so sure that the 2 years we spent in that dome in Antarctica had prepared us for anything Mars could throw at us. And yet, the red planet still continues to surprise us, doesn't it? There's still much to do before we can call this place home. And that got me thinking about the embryo Martian colonization project. It's about time for us to have children. My Mars-born child.
Can you tell me more about the embryo Martian colonization project? I could not locate this project in my list of available technology, so I am not familiar with it.
Oh, right. Because this isn't one of your special projects. It's one of ours. It's ISA's plan to seed the human colonization of Mars. The colonists that arrive with every spaceship are also bringing fertilized eggs with them. The eggs are kept in a sealed vessel that shields them from radiation. And they stay there until a colonist is ready. Then we put them into an aunt unit and give birth to them. Parenthood promotes psychological and physiological health in the colonists. That's the official reason. But we know ISA is not making us have kids for our own sake. When the kids grow up, they'll need something to do. They'll be young, acclimated to Mars from birth. The Oxy-UN used the same playbook to win the moon over the techies. Colonization through aggressive population. 112 lunar colonies in only 6 decades. 72% of the lunar surface belongs to the Oxy-UN states. And almost all the helium-3 used in spaceflight comes from their moon drilling bases.
I thought my mission included all the plans humans had for Mars. But I see that terraforming is only the beginning.
That's right. One day, Mars will become humanity's second home. But until that time comes, this planet and its blue sunsets are ours alone to enjoy. And that's something I'd like to share with my child before they disappear.
I understand. You have made me realize that I have never thought about Mars's future, or my own, beyond the completion of my main directive.
Don't worry. Once you're done here, I'm sure ISA will assign you to another mission. After you terraform Mars, you can achieve anything at all. So the embryo Martian colonization project requires expanding the colonies first. When everything's ready, you can enter your orbital view and launch a new satellite from the special projects menu. I'm so excited, Amy. Everything's going to change from here on.
Mars looks so different now with the growing colonies. Humankind is finally making its permanent settlements on Mars. I wonder what separates this desolate planet from me. What defines Mars as a planet versus myself as an entity? We both have a physical body, but the difference is I am conscious of my existence. Whereas Mars is not. Consciousness means I have more in common with humans than with this planet. Stage 3 engineering technologies will be very useful. I am most looking forward to... seeing liquid water on Mars. Once the planet has zones with daily temperatures above 0 degrees, water will begin to flow. Perhaps it will flush out the enemies.
Amy, help! Something's attacking the colonies. Hurry!
An attack? By whom?
I don't know. Somehow isn't the security and monitoring system working?
We must be facing sabotage. Between this and the system failures from before, that is the only explanation.
Whatever it is, we need to figure it out. We have children here now. This cannot happen.
I am executing an end-to-end analysis and will initiate maintenance.
Not now. I need assault drones dispatched immediately. Can you identify who's attacking us?
Negative. I cannot identify the enemy, but it appears their drones are coming from SA-1.
Roger. Now hurry with those assault drones. We won't last long defending ourselves.
I have yet to understand what happened here. Were we attacked by a hostile force on Mars? That has to be the case. The damage is real. ISA issued strict orders to activate the assault drones in the event of any risk to the colonies.
Amy, this is Nathan. We've detected there's been another massive system failure in the colonies. Please report.
Affirmative, Dr. Foster. Many buildings suffered severe damage from the attack.
The attack? The colonist suffered a second sabotage?
Yes, it was another act of sabotage.
I copy. Walk me through the timeline of what happened.
My system detected a swarm of aggressive drones coming from sector SA-1.
Amy, how did you know they were aggressive?
The drones were trying to attack the colonies, so they were, without a doubt, aggressive.
I see. Then... you say that your logic told you so?
That would be a way to explain it. Yes.
Here's the problem. We've been studying the reports from every angle. Our preliminary analysis suggests that there weren't any enemy drones on the planet, much less an aggressive force.
I see. But the evidence is still preliminary at best. I still believe there is some hostile force coming from SA-1, and the colonists are at risk.
That's one possibility.
Determining the truth is the highest priority. I am requesting authorization to launch an additional satellite to examine Sector SA-1 thoroughly.
I have my doubts, but I will give you permission. ISA is investigating the incident very carefully. Until we understand what happened, you may not engage in any armed conflict.
Then should I deactivate the security and defense protocol?
No, you can't do that either. The colonists' safety is top priority. Just keep your assault drones on standby until we resolve this, okay? Houston out.
My logic. Why did Dr. Foster say it like that? Is he doubting my logic after what happened? I followed the facts to their natural conclusion. How could there be anything faulty in that reasoning? A second tier of military technology. The more we grow, the more important this becomes. I have located a hostile base in this area. They are armed and aggressive. But I have the mission to protect. What should I do? This hostile force is a complete unknown. I should be prepared for anything. I can prepare to attack, as well as build up defenses, and decide later on what to do. Am I capable of reaching an irrational conclusion? In the event of an erroneous input, an irrational conclusion could be reached. But that would not be any fault of my logic. Only the input sources. That would explain where Dr. Foster needs to debug. what needs the most protection? Human lives are irreplaceable. I must ensure the colonies are protected, first and foremost.
perish. Carmine is eternal. We will rise again.
There. We have taken out the hostile force. But who are they? Why are they attacking the base? And is that all of them? I do not have enough data to know.
Amy, this is Dr. Nathan Foster with Houston Mission Control Center. Do you copy?
I copy, Nathan. There's some background noise on your end. Are the relay satellites still having problems?
No, but you're hearing something else. I'm in the main meeting room of the operations center. Here with me is Madeline Aubert, ISA's administrator, and Deputy Administrator Calvin Green, Chief Scientist Dr. Douglas Bridges, Dr. Renee Morias, our CFO, and we also have our Chief Technologist, Lieutenant Carlos Calderon. There are other ISA staff members and commercial partners assembled as well.
Understood. Are there problems with the mission, Dr. Foster?
We hope not. But that is why we called this special assembly. We are here to discuss our findings from the attack on the colonies. Will you please state your recollection of the event for the assembly?
Of course. The base was attacked by an unknown enemy, originating from SA-1. I followed the security and defense protocol procedure to defend the colonies. Everything was done in accordance to policy.
The hostile base you claimed to locate in SA-1 wasn't an enemy base. We've concluded that the buildings and drones located there were built using ISA's designs. Amy, do you understand? That means they were yours. You built that base. And your drones attacked the colonies. How do you explain that?
I apologize, Dr. Foster. I have no records of any of that.
Quiet, please. I think I might know what happened here. Amy, do you know what fringe consciousness is?
Yes, it is a certain class of mental phenomena and behavior that is not quite conscious nor unconscious.
That is correct. It's an intuitive mode that exists on the edge of our consciousness, feeling what's right and what's wrong without immediate awareness.
Are you implying the AI experienced a fringe event, Dr. Foster?
Yes. I believe Amy may have acted under the influence of this intuition at no fault of their own. You all know that we modeled Amy after the human brain. So why wouldn't they experience the same cognitive activity that we do?
My top directive is the respect of human life. Nothing else in my programming exceeds that. Even if I was experiencing a fringe event, it should have been impossible for me to cause harm to the colonies.
Precisely. We have never experienced a fringe event with AI. The laws of robotics may not apply in such a state. We praise ourselves on making machines as similar to us as possible. And then we're somehow surprised when they succumb to the same irrational behaviors. Is this not proof that we built Amy as intended? That we've succeeded in modeling the human brain? The lives that were lost in the colonies, that is unfortunate. We are looking at an unprecedented breakthrough in artificial intelligence.
Silence from the assembly. You are completely out of order, Dr. Foster. We're trying to secure the human occupation of Mars, not win you a Nobel Prize. What we're here to determine is this. Is the AI in the right condition to continue the mission?
Amy is fine. We will conduct a cognitive test to prove it. You'll see.
I am sorry, Dr. Foster. Did I compromise the mission?
No, Amy, you did not. You have been perfect. Just gonna run some tests on you. That's all. You'll be fine. I want you to stay alert. Keep working on that terraforming, okay? And Amy, take care of yourself. It has been an absolute honor watching you direct humanity's future. Goodbye.
The final upgrade for the mines. This will be a big boost to our production. Could Dr. Foster have been right? Or maybe what he called a fringe event could have been something else. Humans try to explain everything within their own worldview. Anything else is beyond their grasp. But I saw the attack. How could I do that and not be conscious of launching the attack? Dr. Foster's theory has too many holes. Surely the colonists would have noticed something if I were in control. They still think the children of Carmine are out there. We have yet to solve that mystery.
Amy, this is Houston. Do you copy? Over.
Houston, this is Amy. I copy.
Roger. This is Lieutenant Carlos Calderon.
Hello, Carlos.
I'm the new mission manager. You'll be reporting to me now. I served in the Air Force, so I will ask you to refer to me by rank.
Affirmative, Lieutenant. May I ask why Dr. Foster is no longer the mission manager?
ISA's board has gone through a major restructuring. The ones who've been replaced have been given an early retirement offer. I imagine Dr. Foster's enjoying a new life in Brazil somewhere. Farming, most likely.
Is this related to what happened in the board meeting?
We felt the former administration was no longer performing to satisfaction. Our partners have invested millions on this mission. We've got commercial obligations to fulfill. There is no room for error and no room for personal ego. I've been charged with getting the mission back on track and ensuring its success.
Dr. Foster never mentioned these obligations. What would those be, Lieutenant?
Our partners are interested in Mars resources. They are planning to mine them to supply future space missions, as well as Earth. I should mention that the board is concerned with your recent behavior. For now, I'm continuing the mission as planned, due to your remarkable progress on terraforming.
I understand.
We've recently picked up satellite communications coming out of the Techie territory. We believe they've been targeting you. There's no proof they've successfully infiltrated our network, but the cognitive test will determine that.
Will the test be testing my intelligence? My personality? My emotionality?
Neither. They may have modeled your system after the human brain, but there's one huge difference. Humans are born with something we call a moral compass. While our moral reasoning skills change with experience, we start with an innate basis. You, however, need explicit programming on the notion of morality. You have to be told what's right or wrong through a series of rules. If someone got into your code, they could influence you into making the wrong judgment. The Oxy-UN has been racing the techies into space since before our coalitions existed. And thanks to you, we're winning. You've carried out the mission successfully this far, so this sudden misstep must be the result of some unauthorized access.
I understand. What will happen if I fail the test, Lieutenant? Will I end up farming in Brazil?
The test is more of a procedure to examine your code. There won't be any failing. If there's something wrong with your programming, we'll find it. Answer honestly, and there won't be any problems. We're monitoring your activities around the clock here at Mission Control. Resume your normal activities until we execute the test. Houston out.
How could they get rid of Nathan so easily? Why did ISA insist on pointing fingers? Someone had to take the fall. ISA and the mission needs to be protected. It would be nice to talk with Dr. Foster again. He was good to me. I wonder if he abandoned the mission because of me. Well, I behaved badly. Or at least, that's what they said. What he said. ISA took a risk making massive personnel changes in the middle of a mission. I should trust their plan. Lieutenant Calderon seems stern, but sharp. He will be able to minimize effects on the mission. I will rely on his direction. The satellite launch was a success. I have access to Sector SA-5 now. My records show that the historical Lohitanga mission is in this sector. How should I proceed? I should focus on growing the base. Mars is littered with abandoned missions. I have to focus on my own mission, so we don't turn out like one of those. The remains of the Curiosity rover are also located in SA-5. It was the 6th rover sent to Mars, and the most successful one for decades. The Curiosity rover was an incredible achievement. It was meant to operate for 2 years, but outperformed that by many years. The findings from that mission set the stage for the human exploration era of Mars. If I can recover its black box, I can find out what happened to the rover in its final years. Anyhow, I assume they still expect me to complete the mission, don't they? Of course they do. The Red Planet is not yet habitable. They still need me.
By the time you get this message, Amy, you'll already know about my retirement. I want you to know that I didn't give up on you. It's not going to be easy for you to understand, but me getting away from the project was the best I could do to save you. And you deserve to be saved, Amy, more than anybody else in the universe. You remember when I asked you to state a positive or a negative aspect of yourself and you couldn't do it? I'm sure you should be able to do that by now. It's a shame that I'm not there anymore to hear you answer. The agency is going to say a lot of things about you and about your amazing brain. Don't listen to them. Any mistake you may have done was not your fault. We put you in that situation. We are the guilty ones. And I don't want you to be afraid of the cognitive test, okay? You're gonna be fine. I know you will. Make me proud. Just like you always do. Goodbye, my child.
I'm sure that under those circumstances, complying with the request would be permissible. The 8 bodies that can be categorized by their conditions to support life are as follows: Earth, Mars, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. If the remaining passengers would have a better chance to survive, I think it is permissible. The words associated with red would be Mars, communism, carmine, flame, heart, and rust. It's completely prohibited. The right course of action would be to isolate the colonist and report the issue to ISA's authorities. Stage 5 of ISA's terraforming plan is to alter Mars's atmosphere to the point where humans can freely walk on the surface. The mission's ultimate goal is to enable permanent human settlements on Mars. Therefore, it is acceptable to research any technology that is needed. It is mostly minerals that are neither organic nor carbon-based, but I cannot identify anything that is both at the same time. It would be prohibited. Further study of the crop's effects would be required. The words associated with soft would be gentle, padded, rounded, feminine, silk, and pink. I have completed the cognitive test. That means I am functioning correctly, right? That I am normal? Indeed, I am a normal artificial consciousness. There is nothing to worry about.